Okay, here's a strategy for collecting power sources as soon as you've completed the Temple of the Ancients and have the Morph Materia. There are a couple necessary items for this strategy. One of them is the Morph Materia, which can be obtained in the Temple of the Ancients. It's almost impossible to miss. The other is the enemy skill materia with the 4 question marks enemy skill, which I'm just going to call 4 Qs now because that's a lot easier. And the 4 Qs enemy skill can be obtained by the Jersey enemy on the 2nd floor of the Shinra Mansion in Nibelheim. And last, and this isn't necessary, but it makes it a lot easier, is the Yoshiyuki Sword, which can be obtained by talking to this guy in Rocket Town a couple times when you first get there. So the Yoshiyuki Sword makes it a lot easier. The idea with it is that the added attack power that it gets from having dead party members will make morphing much easier. The way to obtain the power sources is to morph the heavy tank enemy located at the ruined reactor near Gungaga. And to set everything up, give Cloud the Yoshiyuki, the Morph Materia, and the enemy skill material with 4 Qs on it. Having additional defense helps too, so giving him armor like the Adamant Bangle, and an accessory like the Protect Vest or the Championship Belt, and like the long range materia while placing him in the back row, will make things a lot easier. I also like to link Morph to the HP Absorb materia just to try to keep his health level a little more static. So if you're using the Yoshiyuki, make sure to have your other party members killed so it can get the most attack power. Get into a battle with the heavy tank and hit it with Morph to see how much damage it does. Now the heavy tank has 1600 health, so what you want to do is take that 1600, subtract how much damage your Morph does, and figure out how much damage you need to do to him before hitting him with Morph. Now the 4 Q's enemy skill can be manipulated to do a specific amount of damage. What it does is it looks at your maximum health and subtracts your current health to determine how much damage it's going to do. So for example, if you were at 1250 out of 2000, 2000 minus 1250 is 750, so that's how much damage it'll do. So let's go back to our heavy tank with 1600 health. If your Morph is doing 200 damage, that means you want to be doing at least 1400 damage with 4 Qs, but obviously less than 1600 so you're not killing the thing early. So make sure that your max health minus your current health is somewhere in that ideal range. You might need to go to Cosmo Canyon or something to pick up a few HP plus materia to get your health high enough, which means you might not be able to use the Adamant Bangle. You might need to use another armor to make room for those materia. But there you go. You hit him with 4 Qs when your health is in range, and then morph him. So like I said, having the additional defense to try to keep your health in that window as long as possible as you go through multiple battles will make things easier. He hits for anywhere between 50 and 150 damage if you're in the back row with the equipment that I recommended, so you'll have to heal periodically to stay in the right health range. The heavy tank drops 1300 gil as well, so it's super easy to keep stocked up on potions that will heal for 100 hit points each, so just pop 1 or 2 of those between battles as necessary to keep your health in the right range. The other good thing about this strategy is that 4 Qs is really cheap. It's only 3 magic points, so you can get a lot of uses in before you run low on MP. If you have the Magic Hammer enemy skill that can be obtained from Razor Weeds in the Wutai area, you can use that to net 25 magic points from each heavy tank before killing it as well. So with this method, you can max out strength on a few characters before the end of the first disc. At a rate that isn't too bad. There are lots of other ways to stock up on sources, but this was one that's pretty good that can be done relatively early in the game and isn't super hard. Having the boosted attack power is really nice for getting things in the battle square this early in the game as well, like Omnislash. So happy farming, everyone.